All right. Welcome to another freestyle game dev Q&A live stream. Tonight, we're working in Lyra, getting back to all of our AI parody stuff. My name's Kevin. We do this twice a week, Sunday nights and Wednesday mornings. Whole idea is office hours. Come in, ask questions, hang out, and in the absence of any kind of questions or anybody working on stuff, I'm basically just working on my own game. And the whole point about this is I get to do this every day at work, but there's a lot of parts about game dev that I don't get to play with and I don't get to learn about. So this is a great way for me to stumble through that stuff and learn with all of you all at the same time. So it looks like we did not get our music set up yet. So let's get our music going. And then once we get that, we'll go ahead and get our both projects open. Because remember, we're copying, if you haven't joined us, we're basically getting back to parody within the Lyra project. So so that we kind of can leverage off all of the work and frameworks that have been built in there. So it looks like we got music going. Let's switch over to make sure we actually stream the screen. Not like we've ever made that mistake before. Okay, so quick recap. Let me double check to make sure our chats are chill. Yes, they are. Quick recap, we have our enemy. They have their ability tree or behavior tree, and depending on whether or not they're healthy or not, they're going to fight or flee. Pretty basic. We're going to need, I'm kind of liking the idea of these subgraphs, because I just think it'll be pretty nice to be able to test these out. So we're going to need another one that I'm going to call patrol. So let's do that. This is flee. So let's call this patrol. Patrol. Okay. And then patrol. All we want to do is we're probably going to set, we're not going to find cover. We're going to, for now, we can just find a random location. Find a random nav location, move to it, set the focus on the target enemy. Okay, so, okay, cool. So find a location, move to it, and wait. Seems pretty reasonable for patrol. Now, we only want to do this if our target enemy is not set. So, not set. In other words, we don't want to be patrolling if we have targets to shoot and stuff. So, okay. Now, if we're healthy, this one should have the not on it. It's the inverse. So basically we're going to fight if we're healthy. Now, the other thing is I also want to fight if I have a target. The interesting thing about this is this used to be easy to test in our old project. So we'll have to figure that out. But patrol should be pretty much no-brainer. Oh, actually no, it's not going to be a no-brainer. The reason it's going to be because it's not going to patrol if enemy is set. And the AI perception they use to detect the enemy, I wonder how smart this is. Let's see if we can take a look. This is actors perceive distance to querier. And it's using the it's looking for Lyra character and any radius. But it's not actually interesting. It's not actually checking to see if it actually has line of sight though. What else can we add to this? Volume trace. We can add a trace. Okay, so theoretically, now that we've done that, we go back to our combat. Our enemies spawn over there. So if we were to take this wall and duplicate it and make it smaller and shorter. Let's see. Now, what should happen if this query now works, because it's also doing trace by channel line, that's fine. The trace from context, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm hoping that's just gonna work. I'm hoping this is just gonna work. Could be not. All right, so it's going to fight. When we fight, do we check to see if we have an enemy found? We do. Perfect. And then when we... So if we're healthy, we're gonna fight. If we're not healthy, we're gonna flee, and then let's patrol. Patrol. Just duplicate this. We'll get rid of... We'll change this to patrol. Now we have our patrol. And it looks like our patrol is not set up to have a nice name in it. So, interesting. Okay. No name. Patrol. Okay, so we got fight, flee, and patrol. And we're going to patrol... We're not going to worry about healthy or not when we're patrolling. We are going to worry about, do we have an enemy found? It's true. Okay, so theoretically, I'm curious, can we simulate this? Hold on a second. They ran pretty fast towards each other. We're gonna do that again. I want to know. Let's see here. If we sim this now. Let's see where they are. Which tree are they in? They're in fight. They're checking the character health and they're coming in to fight. This is going to... Interesting. Enemy is set. How is enemy set? Interesting. So... It looks like our enemy perception I thought we were tracing on visibility. Trace by channel. That's fine. Line trace is fine. Only blocking hits. Data binding. All data provided query parameters used with environment queries. It allows defining simple parameters for running query. Wait, come back. Scoring factor 1. Score. None. Inverse linear. Scoring factor 1. Advanced. It's almost like let's see if just changing that order fixes that. We may not totally understand how this is working. Man. I guess I don't understand how that query is working. Filter and score. Ah, filter and score, and this one should be score only. Filter only. Trace to query on visibility. Require hit. Alright, let's make sure that our wall is tall enough. There's no way they can see each other now. Ho ho ho. Nobody likes this. Okay. So AI perception enemy. Actors perceived. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this. Okay, let's get rid of the visibility trace. That was the original. And this time we're going to connect into here. And I'm only going to trace on visibility now. I want to see something. No way. There's no way. How is that even? The only way this could come in here is if we're healthy. And enemy is found. This is... Hold on a second. Target enemy has to be set. And it aborts. How is this even possible? Doesn't make any sense at all. Oh. What else can we put in here? Generators. Okay, so now we're using sight. Dude, there's no way. AI perception used to detect enemy. Single best. Blackboard keys target enemy. Node name service. There used to be a thing here where it would clear it if it didn't find it. So this is the EQS. Dude, I don't get it. Debug messages. AI perception. That's the query template. Update on BB on fail. It's right there. This is it. Well, I'm completely stuck. Because as far as I can tell, there's no reason that that target enemy should be set. Trying to see what I can see as far as this says target enemy none. So that's the BPC1 controller. BPCC1 target enemy is none. It should be failing out of there. What? Target enemy none. Okay. This Boddington, also target enemy none. Oh, smokes. Okay, okay, okay. So the target enemy is none. So if enemy is fine, so if the target enemy is found, we can do that. What the heck? Okay, okay, okay. Let's try this. Add decorator. Blackboard. Target enemy. On value change. Owner's result. Self. Target enemy is set. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see if we can figure out what's happening now that we actually have it working. It's going into patrol. And also, why is it going into patrol? Because we're healthy, so we're not gonna flee. Now here's the interesting thing. Let's rename this. As target. Okay, so if we're healthy and we have a target, then we fight. Now, this selector is going to execute children and will stop executing until one of the children succeeds. If a selector child succeeds, the selector succeeds. If children... Okay, fight. Ignore restart self. There's gotta be something about fight where when it comes in here, if it finds an enemy, it doesn't look like there's... Interesting. Maybe we need to put that at the top level. Because I think... Wait, hold on. Let's bring that back. Because see, there's this thing, I decorated based on condition. I don't believe it. I remember seeing a message somewhere saying that it wouldn't actually use these. That's why they're blacked out. Okay, let's kill this. Observer aborts both. Observer aborts self. Okay, see if that worked. It's interesting because that okay, that worked. That's wild, I guess. Wait, why does that work now and didn't work before? That's flee. That's fight. Observer abort self. Put this back on the route. I need to make sure that this is legit. Wow, okay. This is wild. This is fight. And what's happening is, for some reason, when it comes in a fight, this decorator doesn't work. But if I move it down here, all of a sudden it works. This must be a thing. Okay. Okay. So there's a couple things I want to do here. Let's go back, and if that's the case, we're gonna move this here. This should be, what is this? Flee. Why do we need the target enemy set for flee? I don't think we do. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go in here, and this is going to be has target. Okay, so now we have our sequence. We're detecting enemies, and we can probably change this back to, let's go back to our AI perception. Okay, right now it's tracing only on visibility. If we bring this back and we get rid of this, let's see here if they're still on patrol. Okay, so that seems to be working now too. All right, so we got freebies there. We got some freebies. All right, so now we're tracing on visibility. So let's go back to our test for this model. Let's just do like this. See if it changes. Let's pop this out. See what's happening. Somebody is not. Who is this? By now it looks like they should all see each other. Okay. And I don't know where our other red character is, but for some reason they're stuck in patrol. Ooh, I wonder if we don't have the proper fail condition. 1, 2, 3, 0, 3. Okay. So, alright, the problem is we don't have a proper fail condition in that. So that's in our patrol. And find enemy needs to be in here. And we need abort self. So let's try this again. That's not the one we want. The one we want is this one. Interesting. We should not be in here. Hold on. Let's check. Alright, is enemy found? Aborts the self. Target is not set. On value change. Okay. So this is our behavior tree. be able to pull it out. And we should be able to see this change. So clearly, this dude should have line of sight. So either our AI perception is not updating, or our understanding. Let's take a look at this. All right, guess we can't do it that way. We'll have to play, because I want to see when it changes. Alright, target's none for this red character. Alright, she's gonna run around. Target is still none. Target is still none. How are they not perceiving those other characters? We must have broken our perception somehow. If we score only. There we go. Got a target. Guess filter was not working the way we expected. Okay, so now if we look at our behavior tree, we should be in the fight, which is here. Nope, where's our behavior tree? Here it is. We're in fight. Oh, but it's going to switch. Okay, this is interesting. It's going to switch if they move out of sight, which is interesting. So now one of the red ones. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can capture this right. Oh, because I was in sight. That's so dumb. Alright, let's do this. See if her tree changes to none at any point. All the blues are over here. There we go. None. There we go. It works. Okay. Perfect. Whew. Okay. So now, hi Gordom. Not sure what Gordom is, but welcome. How we doing Sunday night? Okay. So our behavior trees are working. Our perception is now working based on not only just distance, but it's also working on sight, which is cool. So now I think kind of the next thing that we'll want to do, we have the skeleton framework for patrol. Let's just make this a little bit bigger so that we don't just automatically start. I think it's time to start bringing back some of our perception of leaders and things like that, positioning and everything. Do we want to do that right now? Is that what we want to do? I would like them to figure out, when they acquire a target, if they have a gun and ammo, they can start shooting the target. That would be cool. But I also want them, if they don't have a gun or ammo, to be able to position themselves for melee. Maybe we should try to do that. That's gonna be a challenge. What time is it? We're doing all right. Okay, so we got fight. All right, we have a target, and we're finding a random location. I think this needs to be a little bit more involved. So the way I want to do this is, let's take a look. Basically, we're checking if we have ammo. We're detecting the enemy. If we have an enemy and we're allowed to fire, we find the best position, we move to it. Oh, interesting. So they're using EQS query to move against the enemy. They're moving to it. And then clear, focus, reload, weapon, shoot. Shoot is set up as a set focus, target enemy. All right, compared to where we are, we have our set focus, but we don't have our shoot. Now, we could start with shoot, but I also am gonna want the idea of what happens if we don't have, let's see if we can make this happen. I don't know why I did that. Let's go ahead and just, shooting should just happen if all we do is drop this in here. So now they should shoot. And let's do this as a simulation. Simulate. Yes, they're shooting. Okay. Now here's the trick. The red team is gonna spawn again. How much ammo do they start with? How much ammo does an enemy have? I guess we don't know. Let's do that. Let's see how much ammo we have. Oh, that's a lot of bullets. Okay. We're starting with so many bullets, it's gonna be really hard for us to figure out if they are what they do when they run out of bullets. So we know they shoot. That's fine. So let's see if we can find where the Lyra project keeps its default set of abilities and items and equipment and things like that. So to do that, let's take a look at, so we have items, weapons, pistol, ability set, shooter pistol. It looks promising. All right, so this is the ability set for the pistol, and it grants two abilities: fire pistol and reload pistol. Seems to make sense. It also grants auto reload. All right, but that is not helping us figure out where the ammo is coming from. So let's check our reference viewer. This is used by the pistol, and the pistol is used by, here we go, shooter mannequin. Let's edit this dude. Okay, now somewhere in here is going to be the information that this character starts with. So there's going to be some kind of starting abilities. Now, initial inventory items. Here we go. Pistol. Interesting. Does the pistol come with a certain amount of ammo? B weapon instance pistol. I got it. I know you're making a pistol. And a pistol has... Oh, okay. So we get our animations. Distance damage fall off. Oh, interesting. This is crazy. That's kind of wild. Okay. It's cool the way they set that up. There's gotta be an ammo somewhere. Let's see if we can find ammo. Check ammo. Let's see if we can find ammo. Ammo does not return a value here. And in the Lyra, that's cosmetics, health, character movement. I do not even see an inventory item here. Oh god, all this stuff is so hidden again. Initial inventory item, ID pistol. ID pistol. 5 fragments. I don't even know what a fragment is. Wow. So that's a reticle. Let's see what's in here. Excuse me. Okay. Actually, here we go. We found it. Spare ammo. Let's make it 8. Now these dudes should now run around and... Oh, I also should only have... Yep. So you're gonna start with 12 shots. That may even be too much. Yeah, that's too much. We'll never get to our debug phase. So rather than 8, this is magazine ammo. Let's go 4 and 4. They should take 4 shots and reload. 4 more shots, and then they should no longer have ammo. Great. She's reloading. I'm dead. Okay, so everybody is now out of ammo. Alright. So that we're finally at the point where we were trying to get to. And I don't think we need that anymore. Okay, so we're healthy and we're in fight. And in fight, we're finding a random location. Ah. Okay, the reason we're still doing this is because we are not checking for ammo here. So you can see here, they're checking to see if we have ammo. And if we do, we abort. Yeah, or if we don't, we abort. So what we want to do, excuse me, what we want to do is, for our fight, this is going to be shoot. Okay, we need to do this a little differently. Let's do this. If we have ammo, we're going to do this. And we also need a selector in here. And from this selector, I'm going to duplicate this sequence. I want to try to keep this simple. Okay, if we have a target but we don't have ammo, I'm going to set the focus, but I'm not going to shoot. And then what I'm going to do is, if we don't have ammo, I am going to try to move to the position to target this dude. So, find best position. What does this do? Move against enemy. Move against enemy does what? This is interesting. I don't know how it's using that to determine where that is. We have so many things open. Let's close some of these down that we ended up not needing. I mean, we are making progress. It's slow, but we're making progress. Let's kill this. We don't need that right now. That's the weapon fire. We'll come back to that if we need to. That's patrol. Move against enemy. Okay, well for now, let's see. I think we're gonna have to fix this. So we're gonna move against the enemy when we run out of bullets. Let's see what they do. I didn't mean to do that. You get one reload. That dude dies. Oh, she may not be healthy. Let's just kill her. Where'd everybody go? I don't want to be like this. Let's simulate this instead. Okay. So... You know what? That's too tight. That takes too long. Let's do one bullet. That way they'll still be healthy. One shot. Okay, cool. Wait, how are they still shooting? Okay. Now let's take a look at our tree. We're finding our best position. So this is working in the sense that we don't have ammo, but we do have a target, and we're still fighting because we are still healthy, and we're finding our best position. We're moving to that. Now, what's interesting is, what does it think its best position is? And for that, we're gonna go back to a normal play because I want to look at I want to see if it. Alright, so that AI controller. Alright, so let's see here. 4. Where is this character? Where is the enemies? Okay, so that's the character that we're watching now, and it's acquired its target. And what is that vertical thing it's drawing? Five, 4, 2. Okay, so that's our pawn name and everything. We're not worried about the behavior tree. We're not worried about the abilities. The EQS. That's who it's returning. Okay, we're not worried about that. And then there's the perception. Okay, so that's where it's doing its line traces. Now, that may not actually. Maybe we do want the ability tree. BT component sequence flee. Okay, you're useless to me because I don't want somebody who's fleeing. This one's still set to flee. fight. Alright, so this dude's set to fight. Okay. How in the heck is it determined? Oh, I am its target. That's why. And then if we turn on perception, that's the sight perception. Okay. And if we turn on EQS, yeah, but we don't really want EQS. I want to know. We may not be able to print or see that as part of the default debugging. So the find best position uses his move against enemy. To select best from pick a random item with score 95%, 100% max. And the move against enemy is basically doing, does a path exist? It does a trace to the enemy on camera. And distance the target enemy. Yeah, but where is it? Ah, simple grid. Radius 400, space between 100. Here we go. But where is it drawing this grid? Generate around the context querier? I want to generate this around the target enemy. You know what? I don't want to do that. Let's go back. Let's take this thing and let's copy this into ours and make a copy of this. Alright, we need a new folder. I'm going to call this EQS. And rather than move against enemy, I guess we could do that. EQS move. Let's just do this. Let's call it find attack position. Find attack position. Okay, and that's going to go unarranged. Move here. And then we're going guess I still haven't beaten that cough yet. Alright. So rather than find best position, where this is going to be find attack position. And we're going to do this on find attack position. Okay. And then for the find attack position, we are going to change it to path exists, but not generate around the target enemy. And it's interesting. We're gonna have to okay. Wait, where'd everybody go? Okay, seems like interesting. If we tighten this radius to 200, do they go closer? Seems closer. Yeah, seems like they're trying to stay closer. Now the interesting thing is, they never stop. Oh my goodness, they just never stop. which, you know, gonna make him very hard to attack. I think that this dude must be in flee. Yep, that's flee. That's why that person is not shooting or not trying to find a position. Okay, okay. Well, if we make that even smaller, let's go 50 between. I'm just gonna come back and watch. Okay, so this dude has chosen me as his target. Now they've chosen that person. If I get closer, she should choose me again. She does. Okay, so this is working. Now, the reason they're not chilling out is because in our move to, we don't have a weight. Let's put the same weight in. Maybe everybody will chill out a little bit. We'll be able to read better what's going on. That's not bad. That feels better. Okay, so now this is the trick. Now that we've got a spot, I want to see if we can activate melee. How close do you have to be to get melee to work? Not very close. I mean, it's very liberal. Interesting. This dude spawned? What the heck was that? Oh. Dude, you have grenades? When they're respawning, they're... Oh, look at that. When they respawn, they don't get bullets. Oh, this is great. Oh, grenades kill yourself too. It's pretty good. Don't do that. For future reference. It's a nice explosion. Okay. I got a little bit of sidetrack there. And also, I'm not really digging that song. Okay, so what we want to do is we have a melee attack ability. All right. Save all. Okay. We need to figure out how we can activate this ability. GA melee. So here's the question. Are the enemies granted the melee attack? And I actually think that the answer to this is no. Character default, health component, class defaults. Because remember with the default ability set, browse, reference viewer, that was used by the ability set for the shooter pistol. The shooter pistol is used by the WID pistol. The WID pistol is used by B hero shooter mannequin. Edit. We're already editing. So equipped weapons is the ID pistol. Somewhere this character has to be granted the melee ability. And it could be in this graph, but it's not. Interesting. Okay, so if we take a look at the melee ability, let's see where it's referenced. So here's a gameplay ability. Reference viewer. It's in the ability set for the shooter hero, but I didn't see it in there. Oh, it's part of the ability set. EA hero jump, 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 dash. Is player. Where's melee? Here's melee. Okay, so that's for the hero. We need to figure out wait a minute, our bots might be heroes too. Because everybody gets that same stuff. So if that's the case, then in our attack, in our fight, rather than shooting, BTS shoot tick everything. Oh, interesting. So the way shoot works is it gets the current weapon. If it's all valid. And we have spare ammo or magazine ammo. We're gonna decide if we're gonna reload, change the weapon, la-di-da-di-da. Send gameplay event to actor. Okay. I don't see it. Here's melee. That's the montage. This is the activate the ability. Do we have the authority? We're going to do the So somewhere this has got to be getting used. Well, it's just part of the abilities. It's just part of the granted ability set. So that means that there must be a key assignment somewhere. Because the melee ability is input tag melee. But how does it know to even trigger it? And the interesting thing is, I believe it's on the E key. Let's check. It is. It's on the E key. So there's gotta be a trigger. And they changed the way the inputs worked for this. Input. Shared input. Action. Shooter core. That's not what I'm looking for. This is not what I'm thinking of. They basically took all the hotkeys and put them in a container, effectively. I might be looking in the wrong place though. Ability set, common input data. Default universal actions. Default universal actions is in a data table. Forward, back, accept, throw grenade, quick bar, and dash. Okay. Common input data. Alright, let's do a search for actions. What I want to do is try to find a trace. Actions. Save actions, universal actions. Here we go. Input actions. Dash, heal, auto run, crouch, jump, look, move, weapon fire, reload. Interesting. Weapon fire. Reference viewer. I feel like Alice in Wonderland right now. This is nuts. Input data hero. Edit. Okay. Jump. I do not see the ability to melee. Nor do I see because this input action jump consumes input, digital boolean. It's not even the hotkeys aren't there. Oh god. It's because it's customizable. That's why this is like this. Triggers. Pressed. But the trigger is getting assigned somewhere. Oh, you bunch of jerks. Why is this always so hard? Input action melee. Why the heck did that not show up in any of the action searches? Okay, so whatever it is, it's fine. But what I want to know is who's using this reference viewer. This is being used by shooter game add-ons, shooter game keyboard mouse. Interesting. E key. Interesting. E and C both do it. So it's going to basically hit that inner input action melee. And that is going to consume the input. But how do you know what it actually does? Input action melee, great. Ability input actions. Scoreboard, grenade, emote, melee. Input tag. So it's just basically calling that ability. I believe it's coming straight from here, straight to the ability. Because my guess is our gameplay ability melee, if we look at it, we'll have a tag ability type, action, melee. So that's how it's getting activated. So for us, in our tree, which is crazy, because we have so much open, rather than shoot. This is a behavior tree service. And it's in the shooter core content. Interesting. So if we just copy this over, item copied, great. Add a folder. We're about to wrap this up, y'all. Services. Move this into here. And this is going to be BTS Melee, which I don't actually like. I think what I would like this to be is doability. So we'll change that in a minute, but for now, when we come in here, if the controller's valid, current weapon we're not going to care about. Wait. Yeah, I'm not going to care about this. Go for valid, we're going to keep going. Okay, and we're going to send a gameplay event to an actor. And it's not going to be input tag weapon fire. It's going to be input tag ability melee. Man, is it that easy? Out of ammo. We don't need that. No. Where's it being used? Find references. Oh, what is all this? Get the current weapon? Yeah, we don't need that. Oh, they're doing this on tick. Okay, but we're not gonna worry about that. Okay. So, oh man, we may be ending this one with another successful night. All right, so it's going to do this if we're out of ammo and we have a target. Let's see if we see them running around trying to hit each other. Simulate. All right, so they're gonna run. Okay, not a total success. And either they are all in flee, or yeah, I don't know why we even need this branch. The actor that no. Yeah. This is what we want to do. So seems like we may not have the ability to do melee attacks. Okay, so she is in fight still. All right, and while she's fighting, let's see what we can find out about she ever hit this? She does. Hmm. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Ability type action melee. Because she's not actually using inputs. Okay, we just hit that. Doesn't look like they're meleeing. So, I mean, clearly a melee has an animation, and if we were triggering if we were triggering the gameplay ability system right, we should see it playing. She is in flee. He is in flee. Everybody here is in flee. That's part of the problem. Okay, so this character should no longer be in flee. Nope, they're in fight. And as she's fighting, there's the weight. Okay, abilities. What can we see from our ability debugger? Jump, dash, GA melee. Source, none. Level 1, active, no. It never goes active. I don't know why, but she definitely has melee. Gameplay event versus ability. Then gameplay event. Okay, well, let's do this. No. Let's do this. Let's activate. Nope. Controlled pawn. Send. Melee. Nope. Ability. Activate. Ability. Wait, gameplay event, boon for gameplay, get gameplay queue, make gameplay queue, add loose, remove, send gameplay event to actor. I mean, that's what it should be. Sure, why not? Let's try that. Okay. Let's flee. She's in fight. She's supposed to be triggering that melee. Alright, well, I think we're gonna call this here to... Whoa, look at that. Those IK legs are getting all messed up. So I think we're going to wrap that up here for tonight. For the most part, we made progress. It wasn't a bad night. Not a bad night. I think next time we need to figure out how to trigger a gameplay ability system, or send a gameplay event to an actor, because I thought that's with those tags, that's pretty much what we were doing, but obviously there's something I'm missing. So we'll take a look at that next time. That'll be Wednesday morning, and I hope that you all have a great beginning part of your week. Catch y'all on the next one.